In this video, we'll be reviewing service level agreements known as SLAs, as well as business hours. Inside of Jetdocs, there are a couple types of SLAs. The first is workflow step SLAs. So for example, if I click on this ticket, you can see that this maintenance team workflow step currently has a SLA for 12 hours and 8 hours has currently elapsed on it. Additionally, below that, if I open up this workflow step, this one has a step SLA of 1 full day. Now, both of these workflow step SLAs will accumulate to a total ticket SLA time. We'll come back to business hours in just a second. The second option is a SLA on a priority level basis. So that means instead of assigning each workflow step an SLA, the total ticket has an overall SLA, which is based on a P0 to P4 rubric. Now we can adjust the hours on an org level by going to org settings, priority and SLA, and P0 to P4 can each have their own timelines for SLAs associated with that priority level. Now, when we actually want to implement these, we can go into the catalog builder, go into a template, click on edit, and then go to our SLAs page here. You can see here, this is where we can choose what type of SLA we would like, whether it's priority based or SLA by workflow step. You can see that this one currently has by workflow step enabled, and this is where we can choose how long each step should be, as well as who do we like to notify if this SLA is breached. So this is a great way to keep accountability in the loop, as well as others who might be interested if, for example, a ticket is breached. Now, in the ticket hub, let's go back here, you can see here, this is what it looks like when a SLA is overdue or breached. So for example, if I click on this field tag test template, you can see that there's actually an SLA label associated with breached, and we also have ones for caution and warning depending on the percentage that has elapsed. And inside of the ticket hub, you can actually add filters that are associated with SLAs. So for example, if I clicked on save, we can see here that this one is, 100% breached, 100% breached. These, for example, are in a warning state currently. Now they're not breached yet, but in our filter, we did select caution, warning, and breached here. Now, on a business hours perspective, this is a really great way to make sure that your SLAs aren't ticking up outside of your normal business hours. So for example, I can, once again, we are in the SLA page or tab, and now I can go down to the business hours tab, and this is where you can have this enabled or disabled. In this case, it's already enabled. I can add in whatever time zone I would like, whether that's Pacific or Eastern or UTC, if you're used to that. And then you can select which business hours are overlapping with certain days, as well as the times there. So this is an awesome way to only have SLAs tick up during the enabled times, and we hope this helps your SLA journey.